We're done. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get right to it. We were talking video games. What other games have you been playing other than Yakuza?
Oh man, we're gonna talk about video games. I'm ready for this. Recently, since quarantine has started, I kind of started with multiplayer game like Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. Call of Duty,
Yeah.
Classic, all that multiplayer. But then but no, I think there's a lot of. But I've been really getting into single player games, which is weird because you think you want to play like stuff with people during this time. But I don't know, it's something relaxing about how just like you can sit down and just play the game and not really have to worry about anything else. You know what I mean? And really get involved.
Yeah, at least like I do like that you can pause in single player games.
Exactly.
Multiplayer, it's like do the dishes. I can't. Pause the game. I can't.
The game. Save the game.
Stop time.
How it works.
But yeah, single player games you don't have that problem.
You can always just pick up where you left off. Just stop. Come right back to it. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's like I just know Yakuza is about Japanese mafia. That's what Yakuza is. And
Yeah. I'll give a. It's like the way the gameplay is kind of like a fighting game. So it's almost as if trying to think of a good comparison.
Like a just brawler, like
3D, brawler type.
3D brawler or 2D?
Yeah, 3D. Yeah, 3D brawler, third person. So it's like. Yeah, so it's not, but the story is really good. I really like. I'm really liking the story, honestly.
What is it?
It's kind of pulling at my heartstrings. Well, it's about so it's about this member of the Yakuza. He's a high-ranking member, right? He has a lot of street cred to his name.
I'm gonna guess he's a hitman or something like that.
Not really a hitman, but. It kind of goes down like this because he's a part of the Yakuza. He's about to be promoted, right?
Oh.
And right before his promotion, his brother has right, and his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
His girlfriend had a relationship with the Okay, wait, hold on.
Like some other group.
Yes. So the brother's girlfriend also had a relationship with their boss. You know?
God.
So the boss, but the boss, it's really a one-sided relationship because the boss is attracted to his girlfriend, and when he tries to make an advancement, the brother ends up killing their boss.
Oh shit!
So this causes problems. Of course, you can't kill your boss in the Yakuza. No. So the character you play as actually takes the blame for the death. And serves the time and gets the bad rep, gets disbanded from the Yakuza, serves 10-year sentence for his brother.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in game?
In game, you kind of. I'm actually pretty lost. I'm really having trouble. All I know is that you beat up people that want to beat you up. And you're trying to.
And that's most fighting games in general.
You just really beating them. You just really caving people's skulls in.
Like if it's not Nintendo, that's what you're doing.
Honestly.
Or Mario specifically, you do that a lot in Zelda.
But yeah, I'm almost done with it. I want to say so. I'm trying to figure out the story and piece it together. But yeah. Right now we're trying to protect this girl who's being kidnapped by our brother. Our brother's trying to kidnap this girl.
Oh, God.
And we're trying to figure out why. We're trying to figure out why she's so important.
So it's like a mystery or like a
it's like a mystery. You really gotta put it together. You gotta kind of put it together, which is cool.
Yeah, it's like you've been playing this game with a complex cam story mode, and meanwhile I'm playing Doom Eternal. Hell invades Earth.
That's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. But it does have a good story, though. It does have a pretty good story. You're trying to save the human race and all that.
Yeah, it's like also like if you play the game, you know that theory about the whole Doom guy, Doom Slayer relation?
No, I don't.
Well,
I think I've heard something about it.
Yeah, there is a theory that the Doom Marine from Doom 64 and Doom 1, Doom 2, same person from Doom 2016 and Eternal.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's confirmed. Sorry. Like, honestly, the game's like, you don't really spoil things. Like, sure. And it doesn't contribute to the story much. just a bit of motivation.
Well, no, what I thought what was really cool about that game, from what
Yeah.
I've seen, is that they actually add more to the persona of the
Oh,
Doom
yeah.
guy, you know what I mean?
Like
how you can see, like, go into his base and you
Yeah.
can see his possessions.
God,
and
Doom
all
guy
that.
is like
I think that was really cool.
like in Doom, both games, 2016 and Eternal. Like you see his personality. He's a really good silent protagonist. His personality shines through.
Yeah.
Like
And silent protagonists can really add a lot to the story.
Oh, yeah.
If done right.
take away or add on.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
in 2016, like he fist bumps his little figurine.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like the
no.
subtle things.
Yes.
Like the subtle things.
And in Doom Eternal, there's a training mode and everything, bunch of armor, like the OG, the original suit, very bright green and freighter suit and whatnot. Like if you look around in the home base, it's called the Fortress of Doom. Like there's things like
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the home base, how you can see like items from past games.
Like
like
in this. Watch the language.
Yeah, that's my little brother. Hey,
oh God, I'm gonna have to censor it.
We have to bleep that out. Bleep that out.
But yeah, it's all right. That'll be a nightmare to upload afterwards. So let's just say, but yeah, like and Doom guy has a little man cave. I call it the Doom cave because
you shoot in the car game.
So anyway, yeah. And he has 3 guitars. One's a very meaty, like a meat guitar. Like there's one map called the Super Gore Nest, and it looks awesome. Like, one thing to say about the game, it looks awesome. It's
the graphics are something. I would
like cartoony, but not too much.
And that's a big deal too when you think about it, because right now the game I'm playing is kind of older.
Yeah.
It's actually remastered because this game first came out for the PS2. Yeah.
Like it has a very serious tone, like a more serious tone than Eternal.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to think about how far it's really come. Just gaming in general, how far it's come.
Yeah, honestly. And also my favorite part about Doom in the Doom cave. He has 3 guitars. One's a weird meaty flesh guitar. Another one's like the in the trailers. There's the axe, the Marauder. Like he has something like that, and God, it looks so cool. I want one. I want that guitar, but I don't have the skill for that. And also, like there's in the Doom cave, there's a shelf that has a bunch of toys that you collect throughout the game of the enemies.
Yeah, the collectibles. Because I know Doom is really big on the Easter eggs, which is.
It's like there's you have every enemy you'll see, even the final boss. You've seen the trailers, right? Like the whole final boss with the Icon of Sin.
Oh yeah, the giant demon that you fight in the city.
Yes, the Icon of Sin. Oh my God, he's so.
So wait, have you finished the game yet, or you?
Yes, I finished the game. I'm doing my second run through. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a straightforward campaign. It's like 14 hours. I don't know. It's weird to say that that's not a lot for video games.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I'm trying to think, what's the longest game I've ever played? Oh, man, that's a good question. What's the longest game you think you've ever played?
Breath of the Wild. Just thousands of hours. Like,
yeah.
It's like you spend like 5 hours maybe on campaign. Other than that, it's just collecting Korok seeds, which are in the most unusual places ever.
If I had to say the longest game I've ever played, or I could do it like this. No, I'm special. If I had to do it like this, I would do what game I put the most hours into, and that would probably be Destiny 1.
God, Destiny! I forgot about that.
Man,
Destiny.
Man, the grinding, and you can say that.
That's half your gameplay.
Oh yeah.
For both games, that does not change.
Yeah, and I spent I drowned hours.
So many. Like I just listen to music. It's like insert random music. Sometimes it's lo-fi. Sometimes it's power metal. Yes, lo-fi. Like it's so fun. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to play a lot of FPSs after Doom. Like for one thing that will always throw me off, like I know it for playing FPSs, is the reloading. That's gonna throw me off. So
yes.
it's a lot slower. Doom's a very fast game. Oh, it has been.
Yeah, it's a lot of fast paced like action, bang, 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 hit you with this, hit you with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main attraction.
Yeah,
it's like me at least.
Like it's a no BS game. It's like you're here to have fun. So here's gun, kill those things. That's literally the whole tutorial.
Honestly, that's really all you need too.
Yeah.
To make a good game, you know?
It's like it's just like you played an FPS before. You should know.
We're not doing anything. We're not inventing the wheel.
No.
But it's gonna be fun.
God, my favorite part of the game, well, one of my many favorite parts of the game, like in the Doom Cave, there's this, like a while ago, someone made some fan art of the Doom guy in the Praetor suits with his pet bunny named Daisy.
Yeah.
Yes, his motivation
bunny,
for killing Hell. Like that is about like Doom guy. If the whole Hell thing didn't happen, he would have been that cool neighbor who's like he was a veteran. Like he was a Marine, I believe.
Mm-hmm. He was a Marine, yeah.
Yeah, like the only reason he was on Mars was because he assaulted an officer because he didn't want to shoot at civilians. Just yeah, and like you see in the opening when he's like, "They're necessary. Some sacrifices were necessary" with Samuel Hayden. You just see him
Samuel Hayden. Yeah. Oh, dude,
yes.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, he's back.
Samuel Hayden.
He's back in Eternal. He didn't age
well.
But
doesn't he help? Doesn't he help you? I think.
Oh yes, he does. And Vega's back too. Vega's awesome. Like Vega's just the
Vega. I've always loved Vega.
Oh yeah, Vega.
Nice.
And
that's the goal right there.
Also, I love in the campaign, like there are these 3 Hell Priests. That's really what they're called.
That's what you're hunting, right?
You got to kill them to stop the consumption
the invasion of Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, it's like they're trying to convince him. It's like first Hell Priest, like it's the first 5 minutes of the game. You're holding up by his neck, and he's like, "Stop it! You won't be able to do this. It's just futile." And he pulls out this coin thing that's like, "This is the no extra lives sort, basically." And that's when he panics. Second Hell Priest, he's like, "Okay, so you don't want to die. So I'm not a big fan of death, and you're not a big fan of demons. Perhaps we can work something out." It doesn't work out, so and same
you can't really reason with that guy. You can't really reason with that guy.
Well, I think you can, like you can see his personality even when he holds the guns. Like there's a respect that he has, like when.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So he's formidable in battle. You know, he's not disrespectful.
Like Doom guy, like he's terrifying. Like he's built like a Greek god. Like there's no better way to put it.
Yeah.
Like looking through alternate costumes and whatnot, like you see that like his core, that's a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better way to put it.
Honestly, he's a really strong character.
Yeah.
He's a good silent protagonist for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of silent protagonists, I can segue this really quick.
All right.
Have you ever seen the show Samurai Jack?
I've seen clips of it.
Clips of it.
I haven't seen the full thing, but yeah, I think are you talking about Jack or somebody else?
Yeah, just Jack. Just another example of how strong a silent protagonist can be, and I just find it interesting how like usually when you get your point across, you want to talk, right?
Yeah.
You want to tell somebody what you're thinking, but with these characters in these shows, it's proof that you don't always have to say what you're doing. You can the action can sometimes speak for itself, and I find that really interesting.
One thing I do
convey a story.
One of the things I do remember from the show is that Scottish guy. The
Scottish guy with the peg leg.
Yeah, the peg leg and the army of daughters.
Yeah.
Also, another good silent protagonist is the Mandalorian from The Mandalorian. Have you seen that? Yeah.
I have. I haven't finished it because I don't have Disney Plus. Yeah, I know.
It's really good.
I know it's
the finale. Yes.
I did start watching it. I've watched it with some friends before.
Yeah.
I was really like impressed with
it. It's like it really rises in quality. The weakest is episode 5. It's like they're on Tatooine and something's going on, Baby Yoda shenanigans, and
Baby Yoda shenanigans.
That's the best way to put it. Baby Yoda shenanigans.
Yeah, that's crazy too. The way Baby Yoda blew up. Baby Yoda just blew up.
I don't know how they didn't expect it to not blow up. Like,
that's true. They should have, because like I remember hearing that they didn't they had to scramble.
Yeah, the reason
to make
why there
toys
wasn't
and all that. Yeah, they didn't have merch, which is really surprising because you think Disney would be prepared for that.
Like Disney, he's a cute character, small. You can have life-size things. Like they're probably like that big, maybe.
Word.
Yeah, and yeah. Also, the other characters around the Mandalorian are really good. But yeah. Also, music is something for quarantine. Music has helped, like you said.
Oh,
music.
Yeah, music.
Yes.
I've been big on music. A lot of artists are dropping too. A lot of artists have been releasing music.
It's like they have nothing else to do.
Exactly. Yeah, they really don't have anything else to do. Like, come on, you can't say you're going out doing shows anymore. You know?
No, unless it's online. Like Brian May, the guitarist for Queen. Like he's performing online and whatnot for fans.
Yeah, I've seen different artists Instagram lives and stuff like that. Yeah.
And it's so fun. It's like when the longer you stay in quarantine, the more flexible you get with musical tastes. Like if you're somewhat picky with music, you're not gonna be after quarantine. It's like
I'm not really. I'd like to say my music genre is diversified, because I really don't like to stick to one thing. You know what I mean? I think it's good to branch out and listen to different stuff when you can. Honestly, the only thing I can't mess with is country. It's the only music I can't bring myself to.
There's only one country song I like, and it's "Devil Went Down to Georgia."
I know that song. I play that guitar fast, man.
Yes, the Devil's song. Just dun 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 dun. Also, you watch more shows in quarantine. Like, I'm pretty sure.
I was just about to ask you about movies.
Yeah, it's like
I love talking about movies. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've probably seen the Star Wars movies twice now, all of them. But yeah, and it's like also like TV shows in general. Like I watch anime. I'm not gonna be ashamed about it.
I do too. I do too.
Yes. Like you could again. There's some shows that I probably wouldn't have watched if it wasn't for quarantine. Like I don't know, JoJo. That's a fun one.
I've actually seen JoJo. I've actually really recommend. I feel like JoJo gets a lot of hate. I think part one gets a lot of hate. Is decent. I think it's decent.
Yeah, I will admit that the middle part of it is very bad. I don't know what to put it. But like,
yeah. But like, Stardust Crusaders, fire.
Yeah.
Stardust Crusaders. Fire.
Battle Tendency. That one's fun.
Yeah. Good. And then Diamond is Unbreakable.
Yes.
I'm in the middle of that right now. I haven't made it to Golden Wind yet. I
Golden Wind.
Everybody said that.
Yes, it ups the gay factor a lot. No, I'm not exaggerating.
It does.
Like the main protagonist, he has a.
I don't like ignore it in the sense that I have a problem with it. I kind of just ignore it, like in this, like it's there.
Like if you see it out of context, it's like, but why are they so gay? But like you see it in the context of JoJo, it's like, they're.
Yeah, it's like it's JoJo. It's JoJo.
Yeah, it has no charm. Also, the community is like the least toxic community I've seen ever.
It used to be bad, dude.
God, but like considering now, like it's actually a fairly welcoming fandom. It's like don't skip anything and you'll be fine. Like
they tell you not to skip anything.
Yeah, well, it's like
honestly, part one, I don't regret that I watched part one. I don't regret.
No, like that's like the first 3 episodes was almost Shakespearean.
Yeah.
It's like I would watch those first 3 episodes again. That being said, I wouldn't watch like 5, 6, and 7 again. Like,
that's understandable.
And I will say that
understandable.
Episode 9 was my favorite.
Was that when he actually fought Dio?
That was the final. That was the ship with the sinking.
Yes, the ship when he transferred his. Oh, yeah.
That was so sad. Also, God, the dub is just as weird. Like they don't. The guy who plays McCree from Overwatch, he's Jotaro in the dub, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the dub. Yeah, I usually watch the sub when I go for anime, unless I know that the dub is better.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's some shows where the sub and dub are equal. Like like say Battle Tendency is fun. Like it just makes no sense. Why are these three Aztec gods of fitness? That is my favorite villain theme because unlike every other villain theme ever, they don't care.
That was when they get to that pose though. The poses though.
Yes, the poses are very intense in Battle Tendency.
Yes,
and of course in Crusaders when Polnareff joins, like that weird pose he does where he's like the one where he's halfway almost on the floor, like reaching out, is like saying, "I was going to use my sister to avenge my sister."
The poses are my favorite part.
Yes, it's so fun. And let's see. The funniest thing in JoJo, I will say, is a part 5 joke after some huge battle, and like part 5, it introduces some characters and memes a lot.
Part 5 was where everything, because I think that's where the series really got its name. You know what I mean? Yeah. Was probably
bizarre.
Part 5,
that's where part 4 was where it got bizarre.
Yeah.
The Tonio episode, that's one of my favorites from the series. Have you gone there yet? The Tonio? Italian dude that Okuyasu and Josuke go to the Italian restaurant.
No, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that clip on YouTube. I've seen the meme, but I haven't watched up that part. No. I've honestly been taking a break from watching shows just because I like to watch it when I want to, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I don't force myself to watch it. Yeah, I don't force myself to watch it because then I feel like I start to like it less. You know what I mean? Yeah. I only watch it when I really have like the craving for it. But yeah,
it's one of my favorite things about the what's it called? About Diamond is Unbreakable is like the DIU art style. That's my favorite.
The art style. Yeah, the art style. I love how they did the stand.
Yes, like in part 5, they're so slender. They're it's just an art style thing, but they're so thin. And the rest of JoJo, it's just. Like you look at yada, Gigi. Why are you such an idiot? You've lost your arm 5 times this whole trip.
Steve, run!
Yeah. I will say that I love how they deal with death in that show, like complete mood shift, but
oh man, some of the deaths have made me sad.
Yes,
bro, I will never forget when Caesar said Logan.
No, his theme makes it just like that's dead. What like it's not the death itself. It's like he gets major spoilers just now. He gets crushed by the rock, and it's like oh, I'm gonna miss him. And then
it's like
and then they see the blood and the thing crying.
Yes. And then you see a bubble. You see a nice little bubble float by.
Dormammu, he's a good villain. Like he's the if he wasn't with the cars, he would have been the best friend. He would have been JoJo's friend.
Yes.
He has such a sense of honor, and you just love
that. No, that was that was a really strong part. I love how they gave their villains depth. You know,
it
wasn't just I'm the bad guy to be the bad guy.
That's kind of Cars, but that's
Cars. But other characters, you know.
God,
I think Dio. Well, Dio's an interesting character.
Yeah, like he has a good origin and whatnot. Oingo Boingo, God, those guys. The ending, the theme, Oingo Boingo. God, they had so And let's see. The Avdol. God, it's like
Abdul.
I think he gets shot in the head, but he's back, and like
no, don't even remind me.
Like
don't even remind me.
Only black guy in JoJo.
He had such a bad death too.
Actually, that's sorry. I forgot about Smokey for a second.
Oh yeah, there was Abdul. I don't really think Abdul was black.
Yeah, he was black. He was Egyptian.
Yeah, he was Egyptian.
Like it's like there's skin tones for like Egyptians. Like that varies like it does for a lot of other races. Like
and then there's Dio's servant. What's his name?
The guy with two right hands.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah,
he's black.
I don't remember. I just remember that really ugly guy.
I remember. Oh yeah, they're really yeah.
Yes. And,
Killer Queen though.
Queen. God.
Great villain.
Like I really feel bad for him almost. Like he's a serial killer and whatnot, but like
he had issues.
I want a quiet life, so I want to get away with murdering women and satisfying my fetishes. And
he was kind of like Jack the Ripper. He's kind of like a Jack the Ripper type,
Yeah, it's like I was really confused about the Jack the Ripper fight in Phantom Blood. It's like, how does that work? Like the walls are probably horrible conductors, but that still happens.
Well, there's always holes in some of Miyazaki's stories.
Yeah,
like always, and everybody, there's a lot of in-depth stuff into that.
Yes,
but,
what's it called? There's something I remembered. God, the Joestar technique. That's the funniest thing ever. No, the Joestar technique.
Oh, yeah.
Run! Smoking!
Run.
Yeah. Stroheim, yes. The only Nazi that you'll like in fiction.
Word, he was a Nazi, but he was a good character at the same time. It's terrible.
Like he was a villain. Like there's no two ways about it.
Like, but he was still a good guy.
Like he was right out of Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Like you throw him into Wolfenstein like with all like his thousands of guns and be like,
he had a gun coming out of his chest.
He has the guns in his chest, like, and the Stalingrad moment. You see just a bunch of guns pop out of his back.
No, I know what you. I know you.
Like, he's the only Nazi you'll probably care about in fiction, which is a really weird thing to say. Like also,
isn't that crazy? How we sympathize with a Nazi? Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's like you don't really sympathize with him. You don't, but like Mark, Caesar's friend, who got killed by Wamu. God, that was actually sad. Like he was just a normal dude. He was gonna get married and.
Yeah, the soldier, right? That was gonna get married.
Yeah, the guy that
he just got.
Yeah, it's like half of him. God, that was sad. Yeah. But the thousands of memes. There's just millions and millions of memes, separate meme formats.
A lot of memes coming.
God, I can't wait for part 6. Like when that's out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out soon, right?
Yeah, it's like they haven't made an announcement yet, but at this rate, the fans are gonna make the whole show before the production even starts.
That's true.
Like,
because the manga goes on for a while.
But I don't think Stone Ocean does, but I've heard Jojo Leon does.
Yeah,
that one goes on for years.
Did you know that Gucci actually made a deal with JoJo?
Gucci?
Like,
Gucci? Yes.
Have you seen that? The magazine? Yeah, Gucci. Yeah, they have clothes.
Rohan.
They have an episode where they go to a Gucci store in the show, which is really crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Like Joe's guys broke beyond compare. Meanwhile, Rohan's like, get out of my way, peasants. I have clothes.
Get out of my way. Gucci. Buy so much. I can speak Italian.
Yeah. Oh God. I remember in part 5, I saw this fan dub in Italian, and holy crap! Like one of the character deaths, like you're not gonna get through JoJo without one of those. Like, God, it was so much sadder than the Japanese dub. Like,
really?
Yes. Like it was so surprising. Like watch like when you get through Vento Ario, go back and look up the and look up the one scene that in the end that will make you cry or get you close to it. Like that was actually one of the few things. Like, I'm not a crier in comes to movies for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
I can count the movies I've cried at.
God. Like
I cried during well, you go first because
I cried during the up sequence, those 10 minutes. I cried at the A Dog's Purpose, those multiple dog deaths. Like please don't do this to me. I can't handle it. Of course, I don't know how old I was in 2016. I don't feel like doing the math. 10 or 11, I guess. And yeah. And also,
I cried during the SpongeBob movie.
Oh my god!
The part when they died. Yes. The part when they died. I was bawling tears, dude. I was bawling tears. I was broken. I was like,
when?
And then David Hasselhoff. Oh god. And then there was the whole David Hasselhoff thing where.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Also, one really good movie that's out, Far From Home, Spider-Man.
I have seen that. I've seen that. I like how the ending. But the ending was crazy.
Yes.
I don't know if we should spoil it.
Yeah.
But the ending.
Don't spoil it yet.
Like, insane. I don't know what they're gonna do.
They brought back.
How they're gonna.
I love the casting. Like, they brought back the definitive J. Jonah Jameson.
But honestly, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire.
That was so.
Let me tell you something. Emo Spider-Man. You can't stop. You can't mess with
emo Spider-Man.
Can't even compare to that acting magnificent. He was walking down the street. He said, all the girls were looking at him. He said,
he wasn't listening to the music. Yeah. There was no music in that scene. Like, there was afterwards. But like,
he was just dancing to nothing. He was just dancing to absolutely nothing. This was going on a tirade.
But yeah, and Far From Home, the Mysterio sequences.
Oh yeah, I like how they put a modern spin on Mysterio. I don't know, I was a little bit indifferent about it, but I find it interesting. Yeah,
like, if you look at comic Mysterio, he is the ugliest guy you'll ever see.
Really, I've actually never seen Mysterio. I've seen the comics with him in it.
Like, those older comics, like, he looks so bad, and it's so weird. And let's see, we are well past the time limit, aren't we? Like the 15.
Yeah, no, I think we've had some nice conversations.
Oh yeah,
I think it's been a good.
But you said working out. Let's just quickly. What have you done for working out?
Oh yeah, working out. Oh yeah. I've been taking this time to work out. I actually I would show you, but it's outside. I actually have. I don't have a punching bag in my house. But I do like boxing. I think it's a great way to get fit.
Oh yeah.
So I strapped some padding to a tree, and, and I wrapped my hands up and started punching a tree.
Yeah, that's smart.
So yeah, homemade punching bag. Yeah. I got these 2 little weight sets in my room. 10 push-ups every day, 10 sit-ups every day. Just some little light stuff, just so you can keep going out running. Anything.
I remember I didn't write it down, put it down for the 3 things, but there's this comic website called Webtoon, and it is so fun. It's like there's so many comics.
Oh, I've used that for a project before. Yeah.
Oh, what did you do? What did you do for that?
I think well, you can create your own stuff, right? You can just
just post your comics and whatnot.
I think it was I've done an English project in there, and I've done a Spanish project in there.
How does that work? Like, do you just
you make the comic strip and when yeah, no, but oh, my little screaming at me telling my mom needs me.
Yeah. All right, let's just end the meeting right here.
We can.
Anyway, that was fun.
Wrap it up here.
All right.
But no. Sorry.
Bye.
Oh, I don't know how to stop.